Is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party worth the extra ticket price in 2026? Stay tuned and let's talk about it. We're going to talk about who should go, what we're going to cover while we're at the party, and we'll share some personal strategies that hopefully will help you if you do go. So what is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? It is a separate ticketed event for the Halloween party at the Magic Kingdom. Prices vary and they get higher the closer you get to Halloween, so definitely check out the prices on the Walt Disney World website. You do get let into the Magic Kingdom at 4 p.m. even though the party don't start till later, so you don't have to purchase a day ticket for the Magic Kingdom if you don't have the annual pass. The party wraps up around 12:30 a.m. and my advice on entry is to get there just after 4 p.m. because a pretty big crowd will build, but it gets in pretty quickly, so about 4:15 is the sweet spot. The dates offered are on the website. Usually it starts at several nights per week and gets a little more frequent as we get closer to Halloween. Who this is best suited for is really anybody. There's trick-or-treating for kids, there's lower weights for rides for adults, there's different fireworks, there's different stage shows, there's character meet and greets you normally wouldn't see, so it's for everybody. And the people that should skip this would be the folks that don't care much about Halloween theming, trick-or-treating, or any kind of exclusive after-hours party that's going to cost a little extra money. Here's some things you should know before you go. Buy your tickets early. They do sell out and have already begun selling out for this year. Usually the first week or two sell out pretty quickly, and then right around the Halloween time sell out pretty quickly. So the popular dates sell out, and that's already started happening. There is a cost difference that can be pretty major. If you go in August into early September, you might be looking at $150, $175. If you go closer to Halloween, you might be looking at $250, so look into that. You can wear costumes to this event, as normally you can't wear a costume into the Magic Kingdom as an adult. Everybody can wear costumes to this. There are a few restrictions. They don't really want face coverings and that sort of thing, but you can look up those rules on the website. Also be mindful of the Florida weather. It can rain during these things, and in the description it shows you basically are not going to get a refund, but from what we've seen last year, there were a few dates where it rained the entire party. The parade didn't happen, the fireworks didn't happen, and they did offer a separate party ticket to those folks. Things to pack. Well, they're going to give you a candy bag when you go in to collect your candy, but it's pretty small, so you might want to take a backpack or something to add some extra candy to it. Take your cell phone or a camera for some character photos, and that's it. Bring a portable charger in case you need to recharge your phone or camera. Bring some comfortable shoes to walk around in, and it's Florida, so always pack some sort of rain gear or umbrella just in case. You never know. So you're going to want to get to the gate around 4:15 if you were planning like I would. If you're driving in, you're going to park at the TTC and you're going to take the ferry boat or the monorail over. But if you're staying at a Disney resort, any of their hotels, you're going to get bussed in, and you'll be right there at security, and they're going to give you a party wristband as soon as you get through the front gate. They're going to scan your party ticket, give you a special wristband, so that lets people, the cast members, know inside the Magic Kingdom that the folks with the wristbands can stay, and once the party starts, they start following everybody else out. They'll also give you an event map as you walk in, and there'll be a little treat trail that you begin on where they give you your candy bag and your first few pieces of candy, and there'll be a DJ there, sometimes a character. Recent years we've seen Cruella de Vil standing up there. So before 7 p.m. when the party starts, you've got some time to roam. So for those first 3 hours, I would just do things as if you were there for a regular day, and even then it's going to be lower crowds because most folks are not going to go to the Magic Kingdom on a day it closes early unless they're going to that party later, or maybe an annual pass holder. So go ride some rides, get some stuff out of the way. Maybe if you need to eat before the party starts, because believe it or not, it goes very quickly. So there is some super cool entertainment for these parties. For me, the big thing is the Boo to You parade. It happens twice And the times change a little bit according to what month it is, but generally you'll have a parade, and then roughly an hour later you'll have the fireworks, and then about an hour later you'll have another parade. So here's my tip on the parade. That is, if you've got children, small children, go to the first parade in case they get pooped out and you have to leave early. If you don't have small children, or you know for a fact they'll be good later, the second parade is much less busy than the first parade because a lot of folks will leave after the fireworks. So the fireworks are called Disney's Not So Spooky Spectacular Fireworks. They'll be between the parades. It's a very neat themed fireworks situation. Make sure you see those, and again, it won't be as busy, so you can get a great spot on Main Street or even in front of the castle. Other things to definitely see are the Cadaver Dans, which are the Dapper Dans, if you're familiar with them, singing on Main Street, the barbershop quartet, but they're dressed up as corpses, and they come out over in Frontierland and sing multiple times and tell some jokes during the party. Go check them out. There are multiple dance parties. Generally, there's one at Cosmic Rays. A lot of times there's one over in Tomorrowland. You can look on the app or on the map and it'll tell you exact locations, but they, especially if you have smaller children, go check them out. There's usually some characters there. We've seen Judy and Nick from Zootopia there before. We've seen Goofy, we've seen Mickey, we've seen all kind of people, so check those out. There'll be other character sightings like Powerline Max, and you never know who you might see, so definitely check out some of the characters. A lot of times there will be rare villains that you'll see or get to meet. There's a particular treat trail that goes through the area where you normally meet the princesses, and last year we got to meet the evil queen there, and also Maleficent, so that was pretty cool. Attractions, some of them will have special overlays. For example, Space Mountain goes completely dark, like literally no lights at all are on in Space Mountain, and they're blasting like rock and roll Halloween music. The teacups get a special Halloween lighting, and of course there's low waits for everything because it's not near as packed as usual. So my advice is to keep in the back of your head, after that second parade you'll have just a little bit of time, and anything that normally has a huge wait will almost be a walk-on. For example, 2 or 3 years in a row, I've walked back to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and got on it within 5 minutes right before the party's over. And normally that has a 45-minute to an hour wait. The Monsters Inc. area usually is a candy trail, and they'll make jokes as you walk through. Haunted Mansion has some actors out in the graveyard that you'll want to see. So there's all kind of cool stuff. There'll also be exclusive food and merchandise. So there'll be exclusive pins, shirts, everything. There'll be exclusive snacks, and they've already released several of those. There's also a popcorn bucket that should be coming out any day now, and sippers. So if you don't eat before the party starts, my advice would be to mobile order your food, because you really don't want to waste a lot of time eating when the party's happening, because there's so much to do. So I would go in from 4 to 7, jump on the rides with lower weights that you just kind of like to do, either way. At 7, they'll make an announcement the party started. Then you can proceed. Some folks go ahead and go get some snacks and things that are party specific. And then you get ready if you're going to see the first parade. Again, the times will change a little bit, but get ready for that first parade. Ride a little bit more rides. My advice for the treat trails, again, is if you wait until later in the evening, they're just trying to get rid of their candy, so they'll give you double or triple the amount of candy, and you won't wait in any line. But if you get in that candy line at 7, you're just going to get like a small handful, and you're going to be carrying it around the whole time. I do recommend, though, take an extra backpack or two, because you can get a ton of candy on these nights, especially at 11 o'clock. They're just trying to empty their barrels of candy, and they'll just be dumping handfuls and handfuls into your thing. Definitely see the fireworks. Definitely see the Boo-to-You parade. There's some special photos that'll happen. They change a little bit every year. Look for those. There'll be Halloween themed photos. And then the thing to really remember is, if you do have a small child with you, keep in mind they're going to get tired and that sort of thing. So make sure they get to do the trick-or-treating, make sure they get to see the fireworks and see the parade, and then prioritize things For me to get the most money out of my tickets, I really like to do as many rides as I can. I like to see the late parade, I like to see the fireworks, and I like to meet as many characters as possible. So I like to do it all. I don't prioritize the food as much as some other people just because it takes too long. But that may be different for you. Hopefully this little brief overview has helped. If it has, give me a thumbs up on the video and let me know what else you'd like me to talk about. This will be our 7th or 8th party this year, so we've been to a few of them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.